Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. I would like to introduce you to two articles that I have. Before I do that, I would like to let you know this is for review, informational, and educational purposes. It's not to take the credit for the intellectual property article. Full credit to the intellectual property of the article goes to the publisher, which in this case or in this case is, We Are the Mighty, WATM, and the story by Team Mighty. With that said, let's get to the article. The headline reads DARPA is developing laser technology to transfer power all over the world. It was the old Air Force commercials that claimed that science fiction is what they do every day. Now, defense, or more specifically DARPA, which is the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, U.S. Scientific and Technological Innovation Squad, has developed an energy tech that can power machines thousands of miles away. Excuse me. Power is not only in the name of it's not only in the name of the game, it's literally the name of the new laser-based technology. DARPA calls it the Persistent Optical Wireless Energy Relay, or POWER, or POWER. As anyone who pays an electric bill knows, generating electricity will only get us halfway to our goal. The other halfway is important and essential, is delivering the power to your home, car, or the things that keep your top drawer that you hope your parents don't find. Yeah. When it comes to transporting energy, we often have to depend on wires that are 100 years old that might have been okay to the turn of the 20th century. But today we are not just powering lights, phones, and stock tickers. We are charging phones, powering buildings, and we definitely need them to power electric vehicles. The availability of efficient power transmission is what keeps the U.S. military looking side-eyed on at things like electric cars, tanks, and aircraft. Enter the persistent optical wireless energy relay. We can already transmit and relay numerous different types of signals and beams wirelessly to our devices, but the idea of charging devices in this way with any kind of meaningful efficiency has eluded us for years. Actually, that's only partially true because um, there was a famous physicist who came up with something called wireless energy, or in this case, excuse me, wireless electricity. But his actual project was shut down by the US government. All his scientific work was supposedly given to the Serbian government because he is Serbian. I believe his name was Tesla. Was his name Tesla? Yeah. Anyway, with the POWER system, DARPA is looking to beam energy from a ground source to a distant receiver. If you haven't yet figured out what this could mean, the U.S. military, it means it could forever power aircraft and vehicles across vast distances, giving them unlimited range. For aircraft, this means it can loiter until the pilot couldn't take it anymore, relieving the need for intricate and wartime dangerous in-flight refueling situations. For tanks, not just imagine the Patton could have done that in the days following the breakout of Normandy during World War II. If fuel hadn't been limited in the range of the Third Army, that is. Possibilities are endless, but there are few barriers to making it realistic. The most pressing barrier is lasers only work along line of sight, meaning they will need to be able to directly see the target to refuel it. This can't just be mitigated by air. It would need to have have relay stations in the upper atmosphere to minimize any kind of degradation caused by air or water vapor. Also, the vehicles, as with the light refueling, will need to stay stable on target when charging. And here you see a picture of this proposed device. Copyright provided by We Are the Mighty, WATM, DARPA laser illustration. But the POWER system is only the first phase, which means that technology exists, but it's a conceptual stage. It is in a conceptual stage in designing the devices that will act as relays. The next phase will see DARPA actually put the technology into an existing aircraft before finally, in the third phase, using the power system, POWER system, and transmit 10 kilowatts of electricity, enough to power a 5-bedroom home in an aircraft from 125 miles away. A breakthrough in its kind of technology would not only be good for the military, it would have a myriad civilian uses too. Imagine a space-based solar panel system capable of beaming electric power from the generating directly to a house, no matter where in the world it is. DARPA was designed to keep the US from being surprised in wartime, but it continually surprises the peacetime world. Actually, the surprising was that during World War II, Germany was the highest technology country in the world. They had the best physicists, they had the best biochemists, they were basically the ones who were the best mechanical engineers, and probably also electrical engineers as well at the time. As if you see some of their blueprints, such as something that looks like a flying saucer, they already had the blueprint in the 1930s. To give you an idea how far ahead of the rest of the world that they were at the time. Now let's go to the second article here, and this is kind of this will be about technology as well. And before I read the article, we'd like to let you know this is for review, informational, and educational purposes. It's not to take the credit for the intellectual property of the article. Full credit of the intellectual property of the article goes to the publisher, in which case it is Interesting Engineering, and story by Baba Tamim. The headline reads, Hong Kong uses AI power to transcend old Chinese medicine to reach to US. Here we have a picture, copyright provided by the Interesting Engineering. Hong Kong uses AI power to transcend old Chinese medicine, reach to US. You can see sort of the herbal and other like instructions. I'm not that great at reading Chinese. You can get the idea here. Now to the article itself. Traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, has leaned on extensive inventory of herbal medicines that date back thousands of years to treat a wide range of illnesses, including chronic gut diseases. Now, a group of scientists at the Center of Chinese Herbal Medicine Drug Development Limited, or CHM, in Hong Kong uses TCM to create novel ways to rejuvenate old medicines for illnesses like Crohn's disease and irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. Leading the way in the groundbreaking study is CHM's Associate Director of Administration, Dr. Ling Chong-yon. Quote, we are currently pursuing 3-track development pipelines, all focused on addressing gastrointestinal diseases, Dr. Chong-yon told Interesting Engineering, i.e., on Wednesday. Quote, the first track targets an alternative application for treating chronic constipation and associated distress in the United States. We submitted the application, meaning for, excuse me, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, for approval this year, and it has been well received. The second track involves 71-TPP, which is traditional Chinese medicine designed to treat the same ailment. CHM is now applying for a new medication application from China and the MCA. The third track is 105205. The customized formulation, it seeks to provide a lower dose for the treatment for constipation predominant IBS. And here we can see a video. You'll be able to access upon publishing of this article, but only on Rumble, as YouTube does not allow links to the video, even if it does refer back to the original article. Now, CHM intends to submit a new drug application to both China and the US. In addition, the team is securing funding for the pipeline goods and addressing any issues that arose from the last cycle. AI-powered drug discovery. Dr. Chong Yon expressed optimism to IE and other Hong Kong Laureate Forum visitors on their efforts that will soon bring the TCM-based treatments to the forefront of modern medicine in the form of tablets, Meanwhile, CHM is also using artificial intelligence or AI to speed up the drug discovery process. Dr. Chung Yan highlighted the importance of AI driven drug discovery to, quote, find the right combination, unquote, for creating medicine for greater speeds. Quote, we ask our AI group, meaning the scientific team, to make new molecules, unquote, Dr. Chung Yan stated. Quote, the designer designed theory of the single compound structures after, meaning synthesizing these compounds, meaning and compare the effects of animal and meaning other models. We finally find the best. Should be found. We finally find the best. I'm just unquote. It's just quoting them word for word. Now, from Chinese shores to medical stores. Chinese have used combination of herbs like white peony root for millennia for gastrointestinal conditions. Now, with AI power and other modern medical technological makeovers, they could soon reach the medical stores next to you. The research conducted by CHM has broad potential implications. In the future, TCM based medicines will be widely available given millions of individuals with chronic gut disorders, you hope, according to Dr. Chung Yan. Well, you could soon be going to your local Chinese medical store to treat IBS, colitis, and other chronic gut diseases, unquote, stated the doctor. Well, when we do sampling, we find that herb is better than treating disease, unquote. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive Kidney Diseases, or the NIDDK, estimates that 10 to 15% of Americans suffer from IBS, and other 1.6 million Americans have Crohn's disease. The management of chronic gastrointestinal disorders have undergo a radical change if practical and affordable TCM-based therapies are developed, providing patients with a fresh and exciting avenue for alleviation and enhanced quality of life. The only thing I would say about that is you need to be very careful about the laboratory to make sure and get clinical results about what the results are and what the safe dosages, etc., should be used. Just to say the very least about it. So that will conclude our article review. Before I finish the article review, to conclude that article is, and before I conclude the article review, I would like to get your opinion on the article review. Do you find that this is relevant, interesting, and useful? You're welcome to give your opinion in the comments below. Just keep in mind, of course, of these two articles, the first one is that DARPA is developing laser technology to transfer power all around or all over the world. And the second one is that Hong Kong uses AI power to transcend old Chinese medicine to reach US. Just keep in mind that there's just ground rules that must be followed. Number one, no derogatory language, as we're trying to keep this civil and productive. Number two, no threatening languages, as when I'm referring to threatening language, I'm referring specifically to threats of physical violence. See? Oops, these two are here. These two here, not mine. Of course, that was on the page. Not of factual statements such as the temperature outside, what happens when you mix this element with this element, etc. All right. With that said, I would like to thank you for taking the time. And I'll show you this to listen to this and view this article review. As I know that this provided value to you because it is valuable to be informed about the news, please click the thumbs up or like on the video. That way it will be pushed to the algorithm and more people will be able to view it and benefit from it. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. That way you'll have access to all the content on this channel. As I do have a variety of content on this channel. Also, if you haven't already, please click the bell button. That way you will be notified of all my future videos. And I would again like to thank you for taking the time to view this video. I appreciate it. I'd like to wish you a great day wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time.